I'm Andrew Edwards, and you're watching Gear Live. There's a new Wi-Fi security camera on the block, and this one aims to break away from the crowded pack with a couple of unique features. In this episode, I tell you all about the Ooma Butterflye, a smart security camera that packs in both a battery that lasts for weeks and enough onboard storage to keep a bunch of clips available locally. So let's go over all the best features to see if the Ooma Butterflye is right for you. What's going on, Tech Squad? Andrew Edwards here, editor-in-chief of GearLive.com. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about tech, gadgets, and gaming. So if you're into that kind of stuff, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below along with the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos. And by the way, we do now have YouTube memberships enabled on the channel where you can get exclusive perks like custom emoji, custom badges, and a lot more in exchange for supporting the channel. For more information on that, hit the join button down below or click the link in the description. As I mentioned, today we are taking a look at the Ooma Butterflye. And by the way, big shout out to Ooma for sponsoring this video. This is a smart video security camera that packs some unique features that you don't really see in a lot of the competition. The Ooma Butterflye has a lot of innovative features, but there's two areas in particular that I really want to shine a light on it because they're different and quite honestly better than a lot of other cameras you'll find out there. Before we jump into the feature list though, let's start with the specs. The Ooma Butterflye has a 1/3 inch 3.5 megapixel CMOS sensor that records in 1080p with a 120-degree field of view. It supports up to 8 times digital zoom and encodes videos in the H.264 format. The 16GB model sells for $199.99, and you can get a 3-pack for $549.99. There's also a black 32GB model for $249.99, and you can get a 3-pack of those for $599.99. If you're interested in any of those, I will leave links down in the description below so you can reference them and easily find the product. Now let's talk about the features that make the Butterflye stand out from the competition, starting with battery life. When you open up the box, on the inside you'll find the Butterflye Quick Start Guide, a USB power adapter, the micro USB power cable that plugs into the adapter, and the Butterflye security camera itself. Looking at the Butterflye, what you don't see is that on the inside, it's got a built-in rechargeable battery. So again, you're able to plug it into power, but you also have the ability to unplug it and have it run on battery power. So that means you can disconnect it from wired power and move it somewhere temporarily when you need it. For example, you might typically have it in the kids' room, but the kids might be at school and you're expecting a package delivery. You just take it, unplug it, point it out the window, and get alerted when your package arrives. Now, the best part is that this isn't one of those weaker batteries that dies in a couple of hours or even several hours. The battery inside the Ooma Butterflye lasts up to 1 full month thanks to the 10,400 milliamp hour battery on the inside. Up next, let's talk about the next major feature, and that is storage. Obviously, cloud storage is important for a smart camera, and just like pretty much every other smart camera maker, Ooma provides cloud storage of clips, and they give you 7 days of access at no additional charge. That means that for the price of the camera, you can go back up to a week and see all clips that it captured and uploaded. Now, if you want more access than just the 7 days, you can pay $9.99 per month, which will give you 30 days of access to all your previous clips, in addition to also throwing in things like two-way audio, auto arm and disarm based on location, facial recognition, and more. Or if you need even more time, you can pay $29.99 for a business account and get 90 days of access to your previous clips. Now, cloud storage is convenient, but there's another part to the story with the Butterflye, and that is that it ships with onboard storage, 16 gigabytes in the base white model and 32 gigabytes of storage in the upgraded black version. What this means is that even if your network goes down, if the Wi-Fi is spotty, or if you just want to have quicker access to your clips, you won't lose access to your recordings because it'll save everything locally right on the camera. That's a rarity in the smart camera game, and I need to give a big shout out to Ooma for packing in the storage on the Butterflye. Up next, let's talk about another one of the features on the Ooma Butterflye that you don't really see elsewhere. Sometimes you see them, but the granular controls in the Ooma app make them a lot more convenient, and that is smart alerts. Smart alerts on the Butterflye are both convenient and cool. Usually a security camera's alerts will tell you only if they detect motion or sound. then you have to manually go look at the clip to see what was up. The Butterfly will actually tell you what it thinks it saw based on different categories. These include if a moving object is a human face or a pet, or detected that the camera itself was moved. And you can toggle these on a per category basis. So in other words, if you only want to be notified if your pet jumps up on the couch and you don't want to know if the camera was moved or if a human walked into the room, you can do that. It also attempts to identify specific people using a proprietary facial recognition algorithm. Whenever it detects an unrecognized face, it adds it to the Faces tab accessed from a menu on the camera's home screen. Here it sorts them into unfamiliar and familiar faces areas. To identify an unfamiliar face, just tap the thumbnail image and enter a name, and now that person will be moved into the familiar faces group. If you've previously identified that person, you can now just tap on the new image, tap on their previous image in the familiar faces list, and select combine to improve the recognition accuracy. Privacy is a big deal, and it's been in the news a lot over the past year or so with all the cameras and microphones that we're willingly putting into our homes. Ooma's Butterfly offers an easy way to put the camera to sleep when you want it to stop recording and stop looking for things to alert you about. And it even has an automatic geofencing mode that'll keep it in privacy mode while you're home and only turns off when you are away. The method it uses to detect where you are is your smartphone's location. If your phone is more than 165 feet away from the Butterfly, it will assume that you're not there. These are two optional but very powerful features. In total, the Ooma Butterfly successfully addresses home security cameras' biggest vulnerabilities. One of those is the risk of losing connection to power and the cloud, and another big complaint, inundation with alerts for false alarms. But as we talked about, the Ooma Butterfly addresses those with a long-lasting battery, onboard storage, and highly customizable alerts. As I mentioned, links are down in the description below if you want to check out the Ooma Butterfly for yourself. But now I want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Ooma Butterfly and if this is one you would pick up for yourself. Also tell me about the smart tech that you have set up in your own home. Of course, if you enjoyed this one, please do drop a like on this video, and don't forget, we do have channel memberships live now if you want exclusive extra perks for helping to support the channel. As always, don't forget, you can always click or tap on my face when it appears right at the bottom of the screen in order to subscribe for free to the channel so you don't miss any future video. Thanks so much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support. I'm Andru Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.